There are two numbers that determine how much heat moves through every window in your house: the U factor and the solar heat gain coefficient. They drive your load calculation more than any other component, more than your insulation, more than your attic. If your windows are new, both numbers are printed right there on the NFRC sticker. If they're already installed, you're guessing. But I'm going to show you how to guess like a pro.
So what I'm going to give you today is I'm going to give you some little hack tips to figure out what your windows are. Are they single pane, double pane? Are they low E? Are they filled with air? Are they filled with argon if they're double pane or triple pane? These are some of the things that are very important when we at ProCalcs are considering how efficient that window is. Now, you're still guessing at the numbers, but you can get a lot closer to what they potentially could be or would have been by knowing whether it's single, double, low E, argon, or air filled. There's a lot of software that kind of does some general calculations. There's some websites that we can go to, but this is one of the biggest things because it's a guess. And there's no way, unless you can go back and find the original documents that state what the U factor and the solar heat gain coefficient are on that window, which those are, for us, the two biggest things. Everything that we find out about the window leads to those values. If it's a single pane versus a double pane, potentially the U factor could be much higher and the solar heat gain coefficient could be much higher. Let's define the difference between a U factor on a window and a solar heat gain coefficient. The U factor of a window tells us how well that window insulates from the outside elements or inside elements. How well we are insulating that heat or cold from allowing it to penetrate through that window. The solar heat gain coefficient, kind of like what it says, is we're estimating the solar radiation that passes through the glass relative to the amount that is there. Now, for both of these numbers, the U factor and the solar heat gain coefficient, or SHGC, the higher the value, the less efficient. So a U factor could be a 1.2 all the way down to 0.20. There's all kinds of crazy numbers. So obviously the 0.20, even though that value seems smaller and you would think, well, that would mean it's less effective. No, the lower those numbers are, the more effective they are. The solar heat gain coefficient, same thing. Now, typically the solar heat gain coefficients won't go as high as 1. They will typically be in the point range, so 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.2. Now, a lot of your building departments, when you build a new house, they're all on the websites. We talked about the building department websites and where to go and look at what the codes are for your state and location. That'll tell you whether, like in Florida, if the window is not an impact rated window, the prescriptive code states that the window must have a 0.40, and this is climate zone 2. The window must have a 0.4 U factor and must have a 0.25 solar heat gain coefficient. Now, depending on if you're further north in the United States or on the globe or further south, each of those numbers become more or less important. And what I mean by that is, think about the U factor, which is an insulator. It's telling you how well that window is going to insulate. If we're farther south, we have solar. We have more solar heat gain than way up north. So in the southern states, which we call climate zones 1 and 2 and some in 3, in the northern states, the U factor is required to be better because you need more insulation because of the more dramatic drop in temperatures. You need to insulate better. In the southern states, we're closer to the sun, so we have more solar heat gain. So the U factor is less important, and the solar heat gain coefficient is more important. And I talk to my team about this, is sometimes maybe a homeowner or HVAC company or builder, typically not builders, but they'll get those numbers mixed up. And if we're in a northern state, in Maine or New Jersey or whatnot, and they see one that has a lower solar heat gain coefficient than the U factor, it's typically a red flag that we want to verify with the client and make sure that we didn't get those numbers mixed up. Now, for windows that are already installed, those values are a guess. Even if we're 1 point off, we're still guessing. So what we do is we look at the different construction components of the window to get our guesstimate that much closer. So a single pane window versus a double pane window is typically going to have, the single pane window is going to have a higher U factor typically, and could typically have a higher solar heat gain coefficient. Not all the time, depends on how inexpensive the double pane is and how expensive the single pane was. But typically, double pane is going to give you better insulator, better U factor, and a better solar heat gain coefficient. So that's one thing. And then going from double pane, we want to make a determination of, did they fill the inside of that with air or argon gas? We'll talk about that quickly. And then the other part is it a low E? So those are difficult things when you're just looking at a window, unless you have these little tips and tricks I'm going to give you to be able to determine if they are. So if I know that it's not a single pane, that it's a double pane, it's a vinyl window, it's argon filled, I know I can get a lot closer, and I know my values are going to be a lot lower, which means the amount of heating or cooling that's going to be required in that home is going to be dramatically less. Because remember, the only thing heating and air conditioning is adding or take away heat based on how much has penetrated the home. Okay? That's all it is. So if we have better windows, we're going to allow less heat to penetrate in or out of the home, and it means that we need less heating or air conditioning to deal with that. So spend a little more money on the windows. Obviously, there will be an area in there that you would get less results based on the money you're spending. So I always recommend, if you are going to be thinking about that, have your architect or builder get with an HVAC design company that does energy calculations to give you a good sweet spot as to, if you go too high, diminishing returns. All right. So you're going to spend an extra $20,000 and the return on that extra $20,000 is non-existent. And there is a point in windows that can happen. So be careful about that. Let's talk about, is it double pane, double or single glazed? All right. So one method that you can do is to look at the inside edge of the window. Obviously, do you see two panes of glass separated by a small spacer? Typically that'd be a gap of air in there, or argon if we're talking about that. Then it's a double glaze. But sometimes it's difficult to see that, depending on the light and whatnot. So if you see only one pane and there's no spacing, well, then it's single glazed. The second method, this is kind of a surefire and easy way, is open the window and use your fingers to touch both sides in the same exact spot on the window on the inside and the outside. Now, you should easily now be able to tell if the fingers aren't really touching and you see that there's a gap in between them, there's a space, then you know it's double glazed. If not, if they're almost touching, then you know that it's single glazed. Now, with double glazed windows, typically they could be filled with an air or an argon gas. The benefit of the argon gas, I'm sure there's other more complex ones, but the one that I'm most aware of, the argon gas will not condense the liquid in there. So if you have a window, a double glazed window that has condensation on the inside, typically that would mean that one, it's filled with air, or it may have had argon in it at one time, but all that argon has leaked out, and now you just have air in there, which obviously means that the window is not as efficient because it's got an air gap in there. So it's not going to be as good of an insulator as you want for the double glazed window.
So condensation between the panes, that means your argon's gone. But there's one window type you can't spot just by looking, an invisible coating called low E. In part 2, I'll show you how to find it with nothing but a match. See you there.